through highly organized and intelligently directed specialized knowledge, but that knowledge does not necessarily have to be in the possession of the person who accumulates the fortune. Do you know what you need? You need a team. You need a damn good team of people, and you need to trust them. And if they betray you, you kill them. Mentally, they're gone from your mind. You do not let the betrayal stick in your mind, and you don't let them stick in your mind. You mentally kill them. Let it go. Forgive it. That's what forgive means, to let go of completely, abandon any situation. He said there's a three-step approach. It is what it is, accept it. It's either going to control you or you're going to control it. It is what it is, accept it. It's either going to control you or you're going to control it. Number two, harvest the good. Harvest the good. I love the term harvest. You see yourself out looking for the good and bringing it in. Harvest the good. There's good in everything. And the more you look for, the more you're going to find. And number three, forgive all the rest. Forgive all the rest. Abandon, let it go. You don't have to carry it with you. You don't stop trusting just because you are betrayed. Mentally, let it go. You don't have to know how to do everything. Get your ego out of the road. Subject yourself to the brilliance of other people. Make up your mind what you're going to do, and then get really good at what you're doing. Absolutely tackle it. Get really good at it. This is very important. I want you to listen very carefully. Money is extremely important. Now, you do not sacrifice your integrity or your good name for money. As a matter of fact, if you do, you probably won't do as well. You've got to do it right. You've got to play by the rules. You've got to do it by law. But you've got to know that you are worth an absolute fortune. So you have to ask, what are you selling it for? Now, Hill talks about it, and earning money is an attitude. He said, when money comes in quantities known as the big money, it flows to the one who accumulates it as easily as water flows downhill. Imagine that. Imagine water flowing downhill. No problem. It'll get around anything, go over under it, but it will get downhill. Now he says there exists a great stream, an unseen stream of power. Now think of this. There exists a great unseen stream of power which may be compared to a river, except one side flows in one direction, carrying all who get into that side of the stream onward and upward to wealth. The other side flows in the other direction, carrying all who are unfortunate enough to get into it and not able to extricate themselves from it downward to misery and poverty. And we see a lot of people that are caught up on that side of the stream. Said every person who has accumulated a great fortune has recognized the existence of this stream of life. It consists of one's thinking process. You've got to ask yourself, how do you think about this? How do you think about that? If you're troubled, how are you thinking about it? If you're entertaining trouble, you're going to create more of the same. The positive emotions of thought form the side of the stream which carries one to fortune. The negative emotions form the side which carries people down to poverty. Now he said this carries a thought of stupendous importance to the person who is following this with the object of accumulating a fortune. If you are in the side of the stream of power which leads to poverty, this may serve as an oar by which you may propel yourself over to the other side of the stream. It can serve you only through application and use. Merely reading and passing judgment on it, either one way or another, will in no way benefit you. Poverty and riches often change places. Poverty may, and generally does, voluntarily take the place of riches. When riches take the place of poverty, the change is usually brought about through well-conceived and carefully executed plans. Poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to aid it, because it is bold and ruthless. Riches are shy and timid. They have to be attracted. How do you attract it? You got to get in harmony with it. You're dealing with energy. The only energy you can attract is the energy that you're in harmonious vibration with. If you're letting your present results, which may be poverty, control your thinking, you're going to create more of the same. If you're on the side of the stream which leads to poverty, this may serve as an oar. It'll propel you to the other side of the stream. That's what Matrix is about. I want you to really think of yourself. There's something so phenomenal about you that no one can properly even describe it. You could be speaking in superlatives all day long, and you're still going to fall short in describing you, the real you. He says, poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to aid it because it is bold and ruthless. Then he points out, he says, when riches take the place of poverty, the change is usually brought about through well-conceived and carefully executed plans. Do it until you find out I'm lying or I don't know what I'm talking about. I have just learned that there's certain laws that govern this universe. What you're looking at there is not electricity. What you're looking at is an expression of electricity. If you're working with electricity, you have to work from a higher to a lower potential. If you want more light, put in a bigger bulb, get a bigger transformer. Nobody knows what electricity is. The only thing we do know is the laws by which it operates. Well, there's a power flowing to and through you, and it always works from a higher to a lower potential. And the only limit put on the power is the limit that's placed on the form through which it's flowing. This is the form through which it's flowing. It's the thoughts that you think that limit it. It's the thoughts that you think that open it up and let it flow. You want to become a magnificent conduit for that power to flow through, and you can achieve anything you want. Your results are an expression of your level of awareness. Always has been, it always will be. Your awareness is blocked by layers of virus, just bad ideas. Let this little dot in the center of the screen represent your level of awareness. That represents your level of awareness. Now, I want you to think, really think, of how your life would change if your awareness just expanded by that much. Just that much. You eliminate darkness when you turn on the light. A person doesn't earn 100 a year because they want 100 a year. They're earning 100 a year because they're not aware of how to earn 100 a month. The only thing that separates you from the good you desire is awareness. Solomon said, in all you're getting, get understanding. There's only one way to develop understanding, just one way, and that's through study. There isn't any other way. Yeah, there's many forms of study, but you've got to study. I found if I just keep studying me, I'll understand you. If I keep studying me, I'm going to start getting the results I want to get, because I'm the only one that can do it for me. Let there be a higher degree. How do I expand my level of awareness? You expand your level of awareness through effective education, combined with professional coaching over a reasonable period of time. You'll eliminate the virus and expand your level of awareness. And when you do that, it starts to reflect in your results. You got to open yourself up to it. And when you open yourself up to it, you'll get it. You want to learn to willingly give and graciously receive. We've often say it's a sad thing when you see a child afraid of the dark. I'll tell you something a lot sadder is when you see an adult afraid of the light. There's people, their mind is so closed that they just can't hear you.
All right, let's run this.
Now that's too bad.
Okay. There we go. Grand Rising Familia, Grand Rising. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to Mornings with Nano. If everybody could hear me and see me good, can I get a 1 in the chat if it's all good on your side? I just want to make sure that it's good before we get the call started. Amazing. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for being on today's call. Apologize a little bit about the late start. We're here in California, and sometimes it's a little tough to get connected here at these hotels, and they've been giving me a little bit of an issue and just finding the right place where everything can run this call. It's exciting. So we're here, we make it happen, and I'm excited to be back with another episode of Mornings with Nano. Welcome to all who are here. Welcome to everybody who's new. Welcome to anybody who's watching this for the very first time, and welcome anyone who's been on for a long time in the past and is back for another episode. I'm extremely excited and blessed. I'm in California right now. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm flying out to Seattle in a couple of minutes, actually. So I'm going to be here for about 30-40 minutes with you guys, and then I'm going to head out because I got to get ready and I got a call that I got to do on my way to the airport. So, we're on the move right now. As you guys know, I'm currently on tour. So right now I'm on tour. I'm in my third city. Yeah, we started in Dallas. We went up to Phoenix. From Phoenix, we went here to LA. And then now we are going to Seattle. And then from Seattle back to Miami for a little break. And then we go up to New York. Then we do Toronto, and we do a couple of those cities up there. So overall, just feeling really great, feeling good. Tour has been great. Have connected with a lot of amazing people, been impacting lives, and just excited about it all. And looking forward to continue to grow. Real quick, send this call out to a friend, send this call out to a family member. Let them know that we are live on YouTube. I know that a lot of people look forward to these calls, so we're going to make sure that, they do so. And I'm actually going to go live on Instagram as well here because I know some people are looking forward to seeing it on Instagram too. So really looking forward to it. But with that being said, I have a really good topic for all of us today. I hope that all of you guys are feeling grateful, feeling good, feeling amazing. I hope that, your hearts are filled with happiness and love and joy, because it really is an amazing time to be alive. Momentum is here. The month of March has been a good month. If you've had a good month of March, put a 3 in the chat box. If you've had a good month of March, right? Who's had a good month of March? Put a 333 in the chat box if you have had a good month of March, okay? Because I know I have, and it's only getting better each and every single day, all right? Each and every single day, it's only getting better. So I'm looking forward to it. So today I want to talk about an important topic, one of my favorite topics, and I wanted to do the training on this because this was a training that I wanted to have recorded on YouTube. I've had a lot of people ask me about this. I've had a lot of people ask me about this training because it's one of their favorite trainings, but I don't have it recorded. I don't have a video of it. And I've also realized that on YouTube, I can now share my screen, which is actually pretty dope. So I'm going to be able to share my screen. So today I'm going to be going over the 5-step process. Okay, I'm going to be going over the 5-step process. So for those taking notes at the top of your paper, I want you to write down the 5-step process for success. Okay, and I'm going to teach you guys this because this is something that's huge for everybody that is on their road to success, right? I know a lot of you guys are on the road to success right now. So I got to teach you guys the process that it takes to become successful, and something that you can duplicate. Something I've learned, that it's not about what you can do, it's about what you can teach. Okay, so always remember that. Write this down. It's not about what you can do, it's about what you can teach. Okay, at the end of the day, it's all about what you can teach. And this training right here is something that I can teach because I can teach people how to become successful through a process. You see, a lot of people ask me, well, no, how were you successful? What was the process? What are the steps that you took? And in reality, I teach people the 5-step process. Okay, now some of you guys may be asking, like, well, Nano, where did you learn this 5-step process? Well, when I first got into personal development, I read this big book. It was called Principles by Ray Dalio. You ever read a big book and you don't remember anything but about the book, but this one thing that you learned about it? That was what happened with me in this book. I read this huge book, Principles. It was like a 500-page book, and all I could remember from the book was, I mean, I remember a couple things, but the one thing I remember from the book was the 5-step process. Now, for those who don't know who Ray Dalio is a billionaire hedge fund owner. Okay, this is a billionaire, all right, that wrote this book. Okay, and he is mentors to some of your favorite celebrities and biggest athletes and entrepreneurs. You name it, he's one of those people. And in the book, he teaches this process, and the way he breaks it down is very simple. Now, I'm gonna show it to you guys right here. I'm gonna see if I can use the YouTube share screen real quick, because I've heard I could share my screen here now, and I actually tried it the other day. Here we go. Let me know if you guys can see this right here. Can you guys see this right here on the screen? Okay, let me see something right here. Stop sharing. Yes. I can extend it real quick. If I extend it, it's too much. No, I don't want to extend it. Okay, there we go. So I guess we'll show it to you guys like this, right? So this is what the 5-step process is right here. Very easy, very simple. Can you guys see number 3? Because number 3, it shows that my camera is covering it. I don't know if you guys can see number 3. Can you guys see number 3? Because on my side it shows that, okay, so you can't see number 3. Okay, so I'll break down number 3. Yeah, because my camera is covering it. Okay, cool. So the only one I have to show you guys is number 3. I don't know why that's happening, but I guess, let me see. Can I move the camera maybe? Nah, I can't. So it's okay. It's all right. It's not that deep. So this is the 5-step process right here. So basically what he states is this, okay? He basically states that this is the 5-step process for you that you're going to go through when you set any kind of goal. So for example, step 1 to the process is setting a goal, right? Every single one of us have goals in here. Put a 1 in the chat box if you have a goal that you want to accomplish this year, this month, that you want to accomplish by the summertime. Set a goal, right? What's the goal, right? Do we all have a goal? Okay, yes, I have a goal. Okay, I have a goal that I want to accomplish by the end of the year. But right now, I'm very close to accomplishing one of my goals that I wanted to accomplish before I got to my convention that's happening in Arizona. Okay, so I have a goal. That's number 1. All of us, we're gonna have goals. Now, on the last call that we did here, I know on YouTube, I talked about making sure that you guys get clarity of goals. You need to get clear on what you want. That was number 1. I told you guys this. If you're not clear on what you want, as you guys can see, all these success principles, all these things that I teach, it all goes back to the clarity of the goal. You need to know where you're going. You need to know your direction. All right. This is something that I talk about each and every single day because I understand the importance of it. A lot of people are just waking up and they're going about their days with no direction of what it is that they want. You must be clear on what you want, like so clear that you know your next steps. Okay. Now, let me talk about this really quick because I think it's important that I talk about the different types of goals as well. Okay. This is a whole training in itself, right? This is a whole training in itself, but I got to make sure that I go over this, right? So there's 3 types of goals, right? There's A type goals, B type goals, and C type goals. Okay. Now, for my students who know Mornings with Nano real quick, what is an A type goal? Let's see. Let's see who remembers. For my OG Morning with Nano, my students, the ones that pay attention, the one that take notes, what is an A type goal? Can anybody tell me? An A type goal is one that you already know how to do. Okay. An A type goal is a goal you already know how to do, something you can get done. Okay, Nano, can you give me an example of what an A-type goal is? Well, think about things you've already done. What are some things you've already done? Let's say, your A-type goal, let's say for somebody like me, it's to get somebody new to join my business. That's something I already know how to do. I already know how to get someone to join my business. Okay, I already know how to take a trade. A A-type goal is telling yourself, hey, I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times this week. If you already gone to the gym 3 times in a week before, you know that's a goal you can do. Okay, so an A-type goal is a goal you already know how to do. Okay, so if you've already accomplished it in the past, then you already know how to do it. It's telling yourself, I want to make $500 this week. You already know how to make 500. You have made $500 in a week before, right? So you already know how to do that. Okay, so an A-type goal is a goal you already know how to do. Okay, what is a B-type goal? My family, who knows what a B-type goal is? And anybody who's on this call for the first time, I want you guys to know I don't just teach, I also test my students. I need to know who's actually paying attention. So what's a B-type goal? Let's see. Anybody know what a B-type goal is? Okay. All right. My guy Eduardo says a goal you're not sure you're gonna get done, but you're gonna get it done. Okay, Jeech says a goal you think you can do. Exactly. Both Eduardo and Jeech are right there in reach, right? It's a goal you think you can do. Okay, yes, it's a little bit, you're not too sure on how you're gonna get it done, but you know you're gonna get it done. Okay, it's something you think you can do. All right, something you think you can do. Right, so you haven't accomplished it in the past, so it's a little bit bigger than what you've done in the past. Okay, so like for example, let's say I have never made $1,000 in a week, but I have made $500 in a week. Okay, I know I can do $500 in a week, but I've never done 1,000. But I think I can get to 1,000. Okay, that's what a B-type goal is. Is one day you're stretching yourself out a little bit. Okay, you're gonna stretch yourself out a little bit. All right, that's a B-type goal. Now, what is a C-type goal? Okay, a C-type goal. Yes, Alicia, I am. A C-type goal is a goal you have no idea how you're gonna get it. You have no idea how you're gonna make $100,000 in a month. You have no idea how you're gonna get all those people to join your business. You have no idea how it is that you're gonna be able to, lose that weight because you've never lost that much weight. You just have no idea how you're going to do it. Majority of you, all your goals, the things that you really, really want in life are all C-type goals. Think about it. You're not going to retire your family with A-type goals. You're probably not going to be able to live the life of your dreams with a B-type goal. The only way that you're going to allow yourself to live the life that you truly want is setting C-type goals, setting the goals that you have no idea how you're going to accomplish them. The scary ones, the ones that sometimes feel too big to even accomplish. Those are the ones that we should be setting. Those are the C-type goals because those are the things that we really, really, really want. Okay, someone asked me this question today. I mean, no, they asked me this question a couple of days ago. They said, Nano, if you just had the best year of 2024, what does that look like? If 2024 is the best year of your life, what does that year look like? What had to happen this year for you to have the best year of your life? And I ask you guys the same exact question here today on this Tuesday, March 19th. For 2024 to be the best year of your life, what needs to happen? What do you need to accomplish? How much money do you got to make? How many people do you got to help? What does your bank account need to look like? What do you need to do for your kids? What do you need to do for your family? How much money do you got to make to quit your job? This is what you guys got to think about. The things that you really, really, really want. Okay, but I'm not done there because, yes, remember, we're going to set a goal that we don't know how to accomplish. Yes, because remember, at the end of the day, we don't need to know how we're going to do it. We don't need to know how. Guys, I have no idea how I'm going to get to my goals. to be completely honest with you guys. I have goals. I have A-type goals too that I know I can hit. I have B-type goals that I also know I can hit. But there's certain goals that I've written down that I have no idea how I'm gonna do it. I have no idea how I'm gonna buy my mom this house, my mom and dad this house. I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. I have no idea how I'm gonna build a business of over 5,000 students worldwide. I have no idea how I'm gonna become the top bilingual motivational speaker in the world. I have no idea how I'm gonna do these things. No idea. But guess what? I wrote them down. That's my C-type goal. I have no idea how I'm going to become the top bilingual motivational speaker in the world. I have no idea. Okay. But I set the goal. And that's what's important. Now, once you have that kind of C-type goal, now it's important that you understand that you got to break it down, though. You see, you have to break down that goal now. You have to break that goal down now. Because, yes, that goal is what you really, really want, but that is a 6 to 12 month goal. Okay. We need to talk about what is the next step. Okay. And this is something that I learned from Kevin Trudeau. He said, yes, this could be your chief aim. Your chief aim. What is that chief aim? That chief aim for me is that goal that's going to be 6 to 12 months. Okay. But the most important thing is you need to understand what's called your next logical step. That's the most important part here. What is the next logical step that you can take to get closer to that goal? That's what's important. What is the next logical step that you can take to help you get closer to the goal that you have for this year? That's the question all of us need to be asking ourselves. What is that next logical step? And everybody's next logical step is different based off of where you guys are. All right. I know that one of my next logical steps is in order for me to get to 100,000 a month, I got to get to 50,000 a month. Okay. This is important to me. Okay. I know that. I'm like, okay, Nano, your next logical step, as a matter of fact, I got to first get back to 25,000 a month, to then get to 50,000 a month, to then push 100,000 a month. I got to break it down into steps. I can't just focus on the 100,000 a month. I got to focus on what's next. What's the next logical step that I need to focus on? What is your next logical step? Right? And everybody's goals are different, okay? I do have different types of goals. I have money goals, I have fulfillment goals, I have all different. I have family goals, I have financial goals that I got to hit. Okay, but I understand my next logical step for all of them. I understand my next logical step for my finances. I understand my next logical step for my business. I understand my next logical stuff when it comes to my personal life. I understand my next logical step when it comes to these things. So I need you guys to do the exact same thing because your goals are very important. You guys are going to hear me talk about this so many times because without clarity of goal, we have nothing. We can't do anything. We can't accomplish no goal. Okay, Elizabeth, your next goal is health right now. That's beautiful. That's the next logical step you have right now. Making sure that you get your health in the right step. And that's all you can focus on. Because without health, we have no wealth. And that's absolutely fine. Everybody's, like I said, everybody's in a different state in their life right now. Some people are running towards businesses and they're ready to go. And some people are in different stages where right now they're still trying to figure out what that next step is. Okay. But what I say this, and I'll repeat it again here, is we need to get clarity of goal. And if you need help with getting clarity of goal, that's why I'm here. This is why you should join the community. This is why, you should look to get into some, future mentorship as well, so we can get clear with this. All right. So that's number one. All right. Number two to the 5-step process, okay, is problems. Problems. You see, when you go through things and when you set a goal, remember, write this down. When you ask for the goal, you also ask for the journey that comes with that goal. I'm gonna repeat that again. Okay. When you ask for a goal, you also ask for the journey that comes with that goal. Okay. So if you ask, hey, I want to quit my job this year. Okay. Well, there's a journey that comes with quitting your job. All right. Okay, Nano, I want to make $10,000 a month this year. Okay, you're gonna get the $10,000 a month journey. Nano, I wanna move out of my parents' house this year. Okay, well, you're gonna have to get the journey as well that comes with moving out of your parents' house. Okay, everything you ask for comes with the journey as well. That's why they say be careful what you ask for. Okay, be careful what you ask for. This is very important. Okay, now what do I mean by problems? Well, we all know that anytime we set a goal to go out and accomplish something, there's always going to be some kind of things that, or some kind of obstacles that try to hold us back. So think about it, guys. Sit down and write down what are some of the problems that you're going through. All right. What are some problems that you're going to encounter on the way? Like I said, everybody's problems are going to be different. Some of you, your lack of money may be a problem. Your lack of discipline may be your problem. Okay. The fact that you don't have a laptop may be a problem. You know, the fact that you don't have a mentor, that may be a problem. Okay. Your lack of social media influence may be a problem. The fact that your family and friends don't support you may be a problem. Okay. Maybe the fact that you're not part of the right community may be a problem. Like, you got to sit down and you got to realize what the problem actually is. Okay. Now, I remember I've set goals in the past. Okay. I've set goals in the past. When I said, Nano, when I told myself, yo, when my goal was, yo, Nano, I want you. So I know a lot of you guys are on a similar journey than me when I first got started. At the beginning, my goal was to move out of my parents' house and make $10,000 a month. That was like one of my first goals ever. Okay. I wanted to move out of my parents' house and make $10,000 a month. Okay. So for me, it was okay. Now, I dealt with a lot of problems at that time. So these were some of the problems that I was dealing with, right? So I set a goal. I said, all right, Nano, the goal this year, and this was in 2019. This is 2019 that I had this goal. Move out of my parents' house, make 10,000 a month. Okay, I was able to accomplish that. I moved out of my parents' house and I hit 10,000 a month. But now listen to this. I faced a lot of problems though, right? Lack of money was a problem of mine. Okay, I had lack of support, I had lack of mentorship, I had lack of skills. Okay, I didn't have the skills. Okay, I wasn't posting enough on social media. Okay, so my social media engagement wasn't where I needed it to be. So I wasn't where I want. There was a lot of problems that I was facing, because in order for me to accomplish that goal, I needed to have some kind of money. All right, I needed to have the systems, I needed to have skills, I needed all of these things, but I didn't have them. So I recognized what the problems were. One of the problems was that my mom and dad wasn't supporting me either a little bit. They were supporting me, but they weren't, you know. And look, it's funny because I always tell people this. My parents were hard as hell on me, but they still supported me. Like, they doubted me, but they supported me at the same time. Like, what do I mean by that? Well, my mom would always tell me, like, go get yourself a job, you know, because this stuff is not working. But she would give me her credit card or her debit card when I went on trips and told me, here, take this card just in case you ever need any money or if you ever need any food out there, because she knew I didn't have any money. So it was like she wasn't supporting me, but she was in a way. It was like she was being hard on me, but also like, all right, whatever, you know, like I'm gonna support you because you're still my son, and I'm gonna give you my card. And I can't wait to one day go on stage and tell people that, like, yo, my parents, like, you know, I give so much thanks to my parents, man. And I know that not everybody has supportive parents, so I'm not here to make anyone feel bad at all. But, you know, I had very supportive parents in a way, for real, because for my parents to just blindly trust this kid who had these dreams of making them a millionaire, and them being like, well, we know you don't work a job. We know you've never had a job, and you're out here chasing this dream. Well, here's our credit cards, just in case if you're ever on the road and if anything ever comes up, use this as, you know, as for safety, like, as just if it comes up. Like, if you don't need to use it, don't use it, but If it comes up, use it. And my parents have no idea how many times while I was on the road that those credit cards came in clutch, man. You have no idea how many times I found myself broke. And I was able to, sell myself $50 from my father's account. I was able to buy a flight off of my mom's credit card. I was able to take an Uber, like, and it was crazy because nowadays I think back and I'm like, yo, like I could never say that my parents didn't support me. Maybe verbally they were hard on me because, my parents wanted to see me work a job and they didn't understand that I was doing this online game. But when I look back at it, man, yo, my parents were unbelievable, man. And that's why I go so hard for them, because they trusted this kid's vision and this dream that I had blindly. And I'll forever be thankful for that. But in reality, that was a problem that I faced, in the beginning, because it was hard to accept that they wasn't being the ones that I wanted their moral support, that verbal support that still makes me teary. I know, I feel you. And but you got to identify the problems, because everybody's going to go through problems. So, what are some problems that you're dealing with right now? Write them down. Right? You set a goal at the beginning of the year. I know every single one of you guys have goals that you want to accomplish this year. What are some problems you're dealing with right now? Write them down. You don't know what your problems are till you write them down. What are some problems that you're dealing with right now at this very moment? Write those problems down. Okay? Write them all down one by one. Yo, I'm dealing with this, Nano, right now. I'm dealing with this. I'm having a problem with my systems in my business. I'm having a problem with waking up early. I'm having a problem with, in my relationship. I'm having a problem with this. My lack of discipline is a problem. Like, what is your problem? I don't have the leaders in my business to build my organization. I'm not getting any sales. Like, what's the problem? Are you not getting sales? Are you not making money? Or have you not learned that strategy? Has anyone not joined your business? Like, you got to sit down and you got to break this down. What is the problem that is holding you back right now? This 5-step process changed my life. And I don't exaggerate, guys, because every time I set a goal, I know that I got to go through the 5-step process to freaking get through it. Like, this is how I've gotten to where I'm at today, guys, through the 5-step process. I'm not even exaggerating, because it's duplicatable. Remember, I remember one of my leaders came up to me. I don't know if he's on this call. His name is Aaron. Okay. Aaron came up to me a couple months ago, actually. This was back in 2023. And I can talk about this now because we got through it and he's doing amazing now. But back in 2023, one of my leaders came up to me and he was like, yo, Nano, right now, like, yo, I've been struggling. I haven't been able to, make any money trading. He's one of our traders in our organization. And I haven't been able to make any money trading. And because I haven't made money trading, none of the team has made money trading. And I'm like, all right, bro, let's jump on a call and let's do the 5-step process. So we jump on a call and we were like, all right, bro, let's do the 5-step process. Remember, it's not about what you can do. It's about what you can teach. Okay? It's about what you can teach. I can't teach him how to be successful like Nano, because Nano's success is going to be different than Aaron's success. But I can teach him the strategies and the process that I took to be successful, which is the 5-step process. So I was like, all right, bro, let's do a 5-step process. So I'm like, all right, bro, what's the goal? He was like, bro, my goal is just to make a withdrawal. I just want to withdraw. I just want to pay myself from the markets. I'm like, that's perfect. That's the goal. You want to start making withdrawals in the market. All right, perfect. That's the goal. You want to start withdrawing money out of the markets. I'm like, perfect. Now, what's the problem? The problem was had not mastered a strategy, lack of a trading plan, um, didn't learn how to use a product or service, so on and so forth, right? So we identified what the problem was. Okay, we identified, yo, this is the problem. Okay, then we went to number 3. All right, number 3 to the 5-step process, which is the one that you can't see on the screen right now. Number 3 is the diagnosis. Why is the problem happening? Okay, so number 2 is what is the problem? Number 3 is why is the problem happening? So number 2 explains the what. The number 3 explains the why. Okay. Number 2 explains the problem. Number 3 explains the why. All right. It explains the why. Very important. Okay. So why are these problems happening? And we started breaking it down. Okay. Why haven't you mastered a strategy yet? Well, because you've been jumping from strategy to strategy. You haven't stayed stuck on one specific strategy. Okay. We figured out that the reason why he had not mastered a strategy, the reason why he was struggling with getting a strategy down, it was because he was trying too many. We were like, bro, you're just jumping from one strategy to another strategy to another strategy. That's why this is happening. That was one of the reasons why, right? But remember, I'm just using him as an example. Okay. Everybody's problems are going to be different, which means everybody's why is going to be different. Okay. I had this other thing with this other person. One of their problems was lack of money, lack of finances. Okay. Why do you have a lack of finances? Well, the reason why was because the person didn't have a budget. They had no budget, lack of a budget. They didn't have a budget. So that's why they had lack of finances. Okay. They weren't budgeting their money correctly. So we found out the reason why they were having the problem. You see how that works? Okay. Some people here on this call, guys, your issue may be a lack of money for your business or for whatever it is. Well, what's the diagnosis to that? The diagnosis to that is a lack of a budget. Okay. Lack of budgeting. That's number 3, understanding why the problems are happening. Number 2 is what the problems are. Number 3 is why the problems are happening, which is also known as the diagnosis. You got to get down to the root cause as to why these things are happening. Okay, guys, this works for everything. Guys, this even works for relationships, right? Put it as an example, right? Even for my people in relationships, right? I know that's something that we all strive to have, is a healthy relationship with our significant other. Let's say one of your goals in life is to get married, right? Let's say you want to get married. Let's say you're in a relationship right now. You're like, Nano, you know what? I want to marry the person I'm with. My goal is to eventually to get married. Well, boom, number 2. Now, what are some of the problems you guys are going through? All right. Well, some of the problems we're going through right now is we have lack of communication. Let's say, what are some problems relationships go through? Lack of communication, lack of quality time. Think relationships. There's arguing. We're arguing because of this. Sometimes lack of finances could be an issue. So on and so forth, right? Then we understand why those things. Why is there a lack of communication? Okay. Why is there a lack of emotional intelligence? Why is there a lack of, quality time being spent? Okay. Get down to the root cause. The reason why there's a lack of quality time is because we're always on our phone. Instead of spending time with ourselves, we spend time on our phones. The reason there's a lack of communication is because we never take the time to understand both sides. Okay. Like you gotta sit down and really understand this stuff. Like, it can't just be, you gotta really tackle these problems head on, guys. Like that's what it all is. Remember, guys, this works for everything. For relationships, for your goals, for your life. It works for everything. You can sit down and you could do a 5-step process for your relationship with your significant other. You could do a 5-step process for your goals with your business. You could do a 5-step process for school. You could do a 5-step process for anything. If you're an athlete, you could do a 5-step process, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to getting your success. So number 3 is the diagnosis. You gotta know why things are happening. All right, that's number 3. Now, number 4 is design the plan. What's the plan? How are we going to get out of this? Right? What's the plan? How are we going to get out of this? What's the plan now? Okay. I give you guys, going back to the whole relationship thing. All right. It's so funny because I had somebody come up to me the other day. They were like, yo, Nano, my goal is I want to marry my girlfriend. It's so funny because I was just talking about it, but I now remember this. And he was like, yo, I want to marry my girl, but he was like, yo, right now we're dealing with some problems. And I was like, okay, what are the problems? Well, he was like, yo, the problems was that they weren't really in alignment right now when it came to building the business together. Okay, because of a lack of communication, lack of accountability between each other, and a couple of other things. And I was like, okay, then what? Then why are these things happening? Okay, why is there a lack of communication? We ended up finding out that is a law of familiarity problem. The law of familiarity is, well, because they know each other and they've been in a relationship. When one speaks to each other, it's like it goes in one ear and it goes out the other. Okay, so it's a diagnosis problem. When we came down to it, we finally realized it's a law of familiarity. There's a couple of things there, and then one of the things that I told them when it came to design the plan, I told them, look, one thing you guys need to do is, okay, if you guys want to spend more time together and you guys want to spend more quality time, then make it a thing that you guys do this together. So I was like, yo, why don't you guys wake up early and do your morning routines together? Make that part of some quality time that you guys do together as well. I recommended them a book. I'm like, look, you guys want to get better at loving each other. You guys want to get better at understanding each other. Well, why don't you guys every night before you guys go to bed, read 10 pages of the 5 love languages? I challenge you guys to buy the book, The 5 Love Languages, and read it together. Read this book together. I'm telling you, I wish I would have known about this book when I first got into a relationship. I know about it now, but I wish I would have known about them. I gave them that. That was all part of the plan. I designed them a plan on, yo, you really want to make this happen? You really want to build your business with your significant other? This is what I would do if I was you, based off of my past experiences. And I gave them a game plan. But in my mind, the whole time, all I was doing was the 5-step process. We identified the goal, we identified the problems, we understood why the problems were happening, and then we put a plan in place, and now we go and do it. Okay, and it's the same thing for everything that happens in your life. You set a goal, you identify the problems, you understand why this is happening, you design the plan, and then you go do it. And what people don't understand about the 5-step process is that eventually, look at what ends up happening. Okay, eventually the goal ends up looking like this. Okay, look at this. Let me stop sharing and then let me reshare this real quick so you guys can see this. Eventually what ends up happening is it looks like this, guys. Okay, this is what it ends up looking like. This is what your life ends up looking like over a period of time. Right? You're just gonna go from one 5-step process to another 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 5-step process. And you're gonna be going through this over and over and over again. This is what it's gonna be like. Guys, this is what my whole life has been. This is what my whole life has been like. 5-step process after 5-step process after 5-step process. You know why? Because goals change. Goals change. Once you hit one goal, you set the next goal, and then you're gonna face problems again. Guys, I set goals to make $2,000 a month. I hit it. Then I set goals to make $5,000 a month. I put the 5-step process. Then I hit it. But it was the same thing at every goal that I set. I had problems. I had to get the diagnosis down. Then I had to design the plan, and then I had to do it until I got out of it. And then when I hit that goal, then I would set a new goal. And then again, I would set a new goal. I would encounter problems. I would understand why the problems were happening. I would design a plan, and then I would do it. And then I would get out of it, and then I would hit the goal. Okay. Now, let me be truthful here as well. Okay. There were times that I designed plans that didn't work. So I'm not saying that each plan that you design is gonna work. But guess what? You eventually will design enough plans until you find a way to get out of it. Okay. There were times that I designed a plan that I was able to get through it on one take. There were times I had to design 3 or 4 different plans. The first plan didn't work, boom. The second plan didn't work, okay. The third plan didn't work, okay, but the fourth did. Remember, there's more than one way up the mountain. There is more than one way up the mountain. So if one way doesn't work, then the next way works. If that way doesn't work, you keep going until I live by the Thomas Edison quote or story. You guys ever heard the Thomas Edison story of the 10,000 attempts to accomplish the light bulb? That's how it worked, right? What happened? He set a goal to create a light bulb. All right. He encountered a ton of problems in the process, right? And when they asked him when he finally got to create it, it took him 10,000 attempts, and they were like, "Yo, Thomas, like, you failed 10,000 times to accomplish this. Can you tell us a little bit more about the process that it took for you to create the light bulb?" And he was like, "I didn't fail 10,000 times." He said, "I just found 9,999 ways that didn't work." And I sat there and I was like, sheesh, bro, you were willing to go through 9,999 ways that didn't work, and the 10,000th was the one that worked, and that was the one that basically changed the world for us, and you were able to create something that still to this day we see all over the world. Like, think about that. You got to ask yourself the same question. Are you willing to go through 9,999 failed attempts to accomplish your goal? Now, am I saying that that's what it's going to take to accomplish some of your goals? No, but you got to have that kind of mindset towards it. You kind of have to go into it with that kind of expectation. Well, yo, if it takes me all these attempts to get it, I'm going to do it no matter what. I'm going to get it done no matter what. That's what the mindset is, hey, I'm going to accomplish this goal no matter how much it takes. Okay, no matter how long it takes. Look, guys, I've been in the industry of network marketing. You guys know me. I do network marketing. Yes, I do a lot of things. I'm a network marketer. I'm a world-renowned speaker. I'm a podcast host. I'm a world traveler. I have all of these things. But one of my main things has been network marketing, as you guys know. And network marketing is not easy to build. It's not an easy business to do. And I failed many times. I've had many failed attempts. Okay, many failed attempts. And for people who've been rocking with me for years, you guys know, yo, we haven't got it all right. It's taken us. But look, today I look at my business, I look at my team, I look at my leadership, I look at our systems, and yo, we're on autopilot. But it took years of failed attempts. It took years of failed systems. It took years of leaders leaving and people backstabbing and this happening and this and that and marketing and bro, it's taken years and failed attempts after failed attempts after failed attempts after failed attempts. But guess what? We're still here. We're finding a way. No matter how much we've gone through, we still find a way. We don't give up. Because all it takes is to get it right one time. That's all it takes for you to get it right once. That's all it's taken for us. We only had to get it right one time, and that's it. Our lives changed forever. Okay, so that's why I was like, yo, I can never quit on my team, because bro, if I quit, then we'll never know if we were one attempt, two attempts, or three attempts from changing our lives for good. And guess what? Today, I really believe we got it right. I really believe we got it right this time. And that's why we are in the momentum that we're in. That's why hundreds of people are joining our businesses each and every single day. That's why success stories are being created. That's why people's crypto portfolios are up. Everybody's making money. Everybody's happy. Everybody's working. Everybody's traveling. Everybody's living their best life, because all it took was for us to get it right one time. We got it right. We got it right. That's the name of the game. But guess what? There were a lot of failed attempts in the process. A lot of failed attempts in the process. But this is what it takes. This is what we need to understand. When you guys understand this, love you too, my brother. When you guys understand this, everything will change for all of us. I promise you. We are a community. Look at what we have here. Okay, look at what we have here. As a matter of fact, dude, me and Jasmine did a 5-step process with Mornings with Nano. Jasmine came over. She came to Miami. She said, "All right, bro, what do we want to do?" We sat down together We were like, all right, Nano, what are some problems that we're dealing with? All right, we want Mornings with Nano to be a global brand. Okay, we want to make you the top. We want to take you. We want to make you the top bilingual motivational speaker. We want to make you a top 25 podcast host. This is the goal that we have for Mornings with Nano. We want to do this. We want to do that. Okay, perfect. What are some problems we're dealing with right now, Nano? Okay, well, we're dealing with this right now. We're not live on YouTube. Okay, we got this going on, that going on. We need different chats. We sat down, me and Jasmine, and we set up the whole thing. Right. For those that don't know, Jasmine is my business partner here with the Mornings with Nano brand. She's been my right hand girl for as long as I can remember, over 4 years now. And without her, none of this will be possible. So she deserves a lot of credit. She's in the chat right there, Jasmine on cut. But we sat down, we ran it up. Okay, then we did the diagnosis. Okay, why are these problems happening? Why are we not live on YouTube? Why don't we have this? Why is this happening? Why is this unorganized over here? Boom, 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 boom. Then we designed the plan. We put a plan in place. All right, we need to start recording the podcast season 4 on this day. We need to launch this chat. We need to get you set up with an exclusive mentorship. We need to launch YouTube again. We need to get new flyers. We need to do this. And right now, me and Jasmine are in the process of the goal that we set for Mornings with Nano. Right? One of the things on the plan was relaunch YouTube. Right? We already relaunched YouTube. We are 3 episodes into the new YouTube, right? One of our other plans was to, start recording season 4. We've already recorded 4 episodes in season 4. It's coming soon. Okay. We already redesigned a lot of the images behind everything. We got new pictures, we got new flyers, we got thumbnails, we set up MMX, we set up a new chat. So right now, even I'm in the process of a 5-step process to accomplishing my goal with Mornings with Nano. Guys, this is how it works. I'm telling you guys. With everything in my life, I use the 5-step process for everything in my life. Whether it's for my health, whether it's for my finances, whether it's for so many things, bro. I set a goal that I wanted to save. Listen to this. Even last one, and then I wrap it up because I really got to go. I set a goal that I wanted to start saving more money every single month, right? Because I felt like I was spending way too much money. And I was like, I want to save some more money because I want to have more money to invest into crypto. Okay, so I was like, I need to save more so I can invest more. Okay, so identify what my goal was. I wanted to save more money to invest more. That was my goal. Okay, I wanted to invest at least $2,000 or $3,000 a month into crypto. I was like, okay, that's the goal. Then I identify. So what were the problems? Well, the problem was I was eating out too much. Okay, I was eating out way too much. Okay, what was another problem? I was paying for way too many subscriptions. We identified a couple problems. Boom, done. Then we diagnosed as well. The reason why I was eating out too much was because I didn't buy groceries or I didn't do a meal prep. I started to diagnose, and then I designed, and then I did a audit of my bank account. I did a whole audit. So I took my monthly statements from, let's say March 1st. Shoma definitely caught up to me. From March 1st, let's say as an example, to March 31st. And I took every single thing that I bought, from food to this to that, and I broke it down. And I'm like, okay, this much money is going towards subscriptions. This much money is going through Ubers. This much money is going to this. And what I realized that what my biggest expense was my freaking eating out. I was spending almost close to like $1,500 to $2,000 a month on eating out. And I was like, holy smokes, that's way too much money, man. Like, no, wait, what? Almost 1,500. So, because I eat out, so I'm eating out twice a day. So I'm spending $50 a day on food, easy, 50, 60, depending. My bougie ass sometimes likes to order the steaks and the nice truffle pastas and all of this stuff. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, Nano, you really spending that much money outside, bro? Like, sheesh. So what did I do? Okay. I'm like, Nano, you're going to have to go back to eating PB&Js. You're going to have to go back to eating cereal. You're going to have to go back to meal prepping, because there's no way you're going to keep spending this much money. So what did I end up doing? I ended up doing that. I bought some bread, right? I bought myself some nice bread. What's it called? Dave's bread. I think it's Dave's bread, the organic bread. I bought some nice organic peanut butter and jelly. I bought myself a nice organic cereal that I like to eat, right? And what did I do? Every time I got hungry in the middle of the day, instead of me going and spending $30 on a meal, I would eat myself a nice peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right, with a bowl of cereal. Okay. And then on top of that, I also signed up for this for the factor meals at the time. I signed up for the factor meals, and now I was saving money because for like $150, they were sending me 10 meals that I could eat 2 meals a day. And then you better than me. And then I just started eating my factor meals, guys. At the end of the month, when I realized, dude, I saved just on that, just on me eating, not eating out, and just eating my food at home. I saved $1,500, an extra $1,500 I saved just because I chose not to eat out and just chose to eat my PB&Js, my cereal, and I chose to meal prep. I saved $1,500. And guess what? I accomplished my goal. Remember, the goal was for me to save money. Okay. Remember, everybody's different. You could do whatever you want. I'm just giving you guys an example, right? I saved some money. And guess what? Now I was able to save that money. And now I'm able to save $1,500 a month that now I can put back into cryptocurrency. So I'm investing so I can double, triple, 5x, 10x my money. I hit my goal, right? But this is what you guys, I can't even imagine spending $1,500 on food. Yeah, I know. I eat out way too much. Like even yesterday, like we went to Noble, $300 tab. Like individually, like I'm like, yeah, it was cool experience, but then we spent $300 on that. Like it was awesome though. I will never regret the experience because I love it. But that's the life of the rich, right? I guess, and I give myself those experiences because I am rich, I am abundant, I am wealthy, I do have a lot of money, you know flowing into myself, and it don't even bother me for real. It's just sometimes, the old me, I remember when I first went to, true story, I had actually 6 years ago, I went to Noble and I was broke. I couldn't even pay for my own meal. Actually, my brother Darwin paid for my meal because I didn't even have money to pay for my meal. And it's funny because 6 years later, I showed up and I was able to pay for my own meal without it bothering me. Whatever. 300 is cool, because we got it now. But I remember showing up 6 years ago and I didn't have it. So it's one of those things that you just got to keep in mind, guys. But that is the 5-step process. Again, guys, this is a life-changing lesson right here, if applied, though. If applied, I wanted to do this because I know a lot of people have been asking me about it on the side. But this is the 5-step process. Number 1, set the goal. Number 2, identify the problems. Number 3, do your diagnosis, understand why it's happening. Number 4, design a plan. And then number 5, go out and do it. Okay, that is your 5-step process. If you understand that, put 5 in the chat box if that makes sense. All right, it's already 8:15, which means we got to leave from here. 30-minute trip. Okay. All right, I got to get out of here soon. All right, 555s. If you guys got some value from this, listen, guys. If you guys want to continue to follow me, if you guys want to, just stay in contact with me, go to my Instagram bio at Long Live Nano and join my Nano exclusive mentorship group. I've been dropping a lot of value for people in there. Okay, so if you guys want to stay up to date to what I'm going on here and what's going on, with everything with Mornings with Nano, just go to my bio and join my Instagram group that's in my bio, the Nano's exclusive mentorship. Okay, join that. Okay, stay up to date. I'll be dropping all the links in there as well. Also, subscribe if you haven't. Like this video and leave a comment below of what's one thing you learned and one thing you liked about this video. My goal is to get, right now, my next logical step for YouTube is to get this to 10,000 subscribers. I think we're at like 9,500. All right, I think we need less than 500 subscribers. So you guys can help me with this. Share this with a friend, share this with a family, ask them to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, help me with it, because my goal is to get it to 10,000 subscribers. We're less than 500 people away. I know that. We're like 9,500 and some change. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up today's call. I will be back on Thursday for another great episode. As a matter of fact, I actually won't be back on Thursday. I'm flying out early Thursday. So actually, I won't be back till next Tuesday, guys, unfortunately. I actually fly back on... No, I'm lying. No, Wednesday tomorrow I won't be. No, I'll be back Thursday. Yeah, I could do Thursday. Let's go. I'll be back Thursday, actually. My bad. I almost told you guys I won't be back, but no, I'll be back. I'll be back Thursday, actually. Yeah. I fly back home tomorrow, Wednesday, and I get back. Yeah, so I'll be able to do Thursday. Yeah, I'll be good Thursday. So let's run it up. But yeah, guys, with that being said, that wraps up today's call. As you guys know, I do a quick prayer at the end of every call for anyone who wants to stay on the call and allow me to pray over them. And if you got to hop off, I wish you an amazing day. But everybody, real quick, everybody bow your heads and let's do a quick prayer before we go. Father God, we want to thank you for allowing us to wake up on this beautiful Tuesday morning. We want to thank you for this community. We want to thank you for keeping us healthy, for your guidance, for your protection, for allowing us to continue to grow to be the best version of ourselves, for teaching us the strategies and the techniques that we need in order for us to accomplish our goals. You've been a great leader of ours, and we are following you with our eyes completely closed because we have faith that you are leading us in the right direction, Father. We have faith that you're going to allow us to grow through the challenges that we go through, Father. We have faith that you're going to remove anybody in our lives, any situations in our life that isn't serving us. And we have faith that everything is going to work in our favor. We have no fear. We have no doubt. We have no worry. We know that everything is working in our favor. We are expecting miracles and we are getting miracles. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Let's go out there and have a great, productive day, God. In your name we pray. Amen. 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 All right, guys. So, with that being said, I hope you guys all have a beautiful rest of your days. If you guys are in the Seattle area, DM me. I'm going to be going up to Seattle for an event tonight in Seattle, and that is going to wrap up our tour for the day. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope all of you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Keep growing, keep elevating, keep allowing yourself to become the best version of yourself. Don't allow the enemy to get the best of you, and just keep being the best version of you, fam. Don't stop. Don't become lazy. Don't allow the problems in your life to get the best of you because you need to be better than your problems. And if you're allowing your problems to be better than you, it's because you need to do more work on you. Okay, fam. So I appreciate you guys more than you guys know. Please subscribe. Please show love. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Share this with a friend. Share this with a family member. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your days. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys on Thursdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Pacific. God bless, fam.